Hi everyone, today we're going to be using row and column matrices, and I'm going to show you how we can use them to add elements of matrices together. This is a follow-up to the last video on worded matrix problems, so make sure you've watched that video first before coming here, otherwise some of the answers will not make any sense at all. So we can use a row or column matrix filled with the element 1 to help us add matrices together. So going back to one of our examples from the last video, we did some matrix multiplication, and this was all about the football games with the three teams. And we got this matrix here which had 62, 71, and 57 as our final result. Now let's assume we had a question that said something like, find the total score of all the teams combined using matrix multiplication only. Now, this is pretty easy for us to do in our head. We'd either add the 62, the 71, and the 57 together, and we should get the answer pretty easy. But if we have to use matrix multiplication, we're going to have to use either a unit row or a unit column to do it. Let me show you what I mean. So the question we should be asking ourselves is, how do we get these answers to merge into just one matrix together? How do we get 62, 71, and 57 to all become just one combined number? Well, first of all, we realize this is a 3 by 1, and our goal is to get a 1 by 1 answer. We just want one single number all by itself. That means we only have two options. We either have a matrix that's a 1 by 3 at the start, or we have a 1 by 3 at the end. Now remember, just looking at the inside values, 3, 3, or if this was the first one, 1 and 1. These are the only possible matrices that could multiply together. But which one do we use? Well, remember what our goal is. Our goal is a 1 by 1. So that means we'll need a 1 from the very first matrix and a 1 from the last matrix. So if we compare these two matrices together, these would multiply to make a 3 by 3. Now that is not what we want. So we can't use this matrix here because it gives us the wrong dimensions. But when we compare these matrices, we can see that the first number is 1 and the last number is 1. So we'd end up with a 1 by 1 answer. This matches what we want. So if we set up our matrix multiplication like this, we're going to times the first row with the first column. It'll be 1 times 62 plus 1 times 71 plus 1 times 57. And this will add all together to get 190. So in this example, we used a unit row matrix to add the values of a column matrix together. So just by using those ones, they multiply with each value of the column matrix and are added to 190. Alrighty, let's look at another example here. So we've been asked to combine these elements into a 1 by 1 matrix using only matrix multiplication. So, same idea here. We've got a 1 by 4 matrix on the left, and our goal is a 1 by 1 matrix on the right. So there's two options here. We can either use a column matrix filled with ones at the start, or we could put it at the end. So we just need to have a think which order will give us a 1 by 1 answer. Well, if we compare the outside values here, this will result in a 4 by 4, which does not match what we want in the end. So we don't want to use it at the front. But if we look at the values here, 1 by 1, this matches what we want in the end. So this is definitely the order we want to multiply things. Alrighty, so I've lined up my row matrix and I put the column matrix of ones at the top. And I've just color coded it nice and easy so to make sure you understand what's multiplying together. So we're going to multiply the row with the column. So 23 times 1 plus 45 times 1 plus 100 times 1 plus 15 times 1 adds to 183 in total. So in this example here, we used a unit column matrix to add the values of a row matrix together. So to summarize what we learned today, if you want to add the values of a matrix together, you're either going to have to use a unit row or a unit column matrix. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments below. Apart from that, hope you have an awesome day.